very quiet here with the air filter running. It's running at the lowest volume, and I can't even hear it. Maybe you can, but I can't. Shake the whole body. And admitting Nancy now. Good morning, Nancy.
Roger, just an FYI, if I'm not moving my feet, it's because I have a stress fracture.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a lot of foot movement on the agenda for today, so that's good. Oh, let's loosen up the waist. And Roylene is joining us. Good morning, Roylene.
Hello.
Good to see you, Roylene. Been a while.
Yes, I know. Good to see you all too.
And now, bring your feet together, we'll loosen up the knees. Change direction. And now the ankles. Change direction. Whoa. And now the other foot. Change direction. Okay, so first on the agenda today is review of the Skin and Marrow Breathing, which we will then go on to use in the Taiji-qigong Coiling set. So if we stand with our feet hip width apart, toes pointed straight ahead, we'll start off with the hands in front of the lower dantian like this. And as we inhale, we gently pull in the lower abdomen and gently lift the perineum or pelvic floor. And as we exhale, we gently push out the lower abdomen and gently push down on the pelvic floor. And someone's in the waiting room, so I'll let them in. We have intention to move the chi strongly with skin and marrow breathing. That's why we use reverse breathing as the foundation. So inhale, abdomen gently pull in, lower abdomen, perineum gently lift. Exhale, abdomen gently push up, perineum gently push down. And remember, the tip of your tongue should be lightly touching the roof of your mouth. Inhale, abdomen in, perineum up. Exhale, abdomen out, perineum down. Inhale, abdomen in, perineum up. Exhale, abdomen gently up, perineum gently down. Now, that's of course just reverse breathing. In order to make this skin and marrow breathing, when we inhale, visualize that you're drawing your chi in all around your body into your bone marrow. And as you exhale, visualize that your chi is expanding all around you as though your body were a balloon being inflated. So inhale, abdomen in, perineum up, drawing chi into the bone marrow. Exhale, abdomen gently out, perineum gently down, chi expanding all around you like you were a balloon being inflated. Inhale, drawing the chi into the bone marrow. Exhale, chi expanding all around you. Continue for a few minutes with the skin and marrow breathing. Long, slow, deep, even breaths. Now you will recall that marrow breathing is, of course, very good for the bone marrow. We draw chi into the bone marrow, helps keep the bone marrow young and refreshed. And of course, we depend on the bone marrow for production of red blood cells. When we lead the chi out beyond the skin, It helps skin cells in their constant activity of cell replacement. It also increases the sensitivity of our skin. And it expands the layer of guardian qi that surrounds us and protects us from pernicious external influences. The guardian qi is an important part of your immune system. It's important to try to keep the breathing even when we're doing skin and marrow breathing, so that we don't inadvertently change the body's yin-yang state. Because if we put excessive influence on the skin breathing, the exhalation and leading the qi out beyond the skin, we would make our body more yang, which sometimes is useful and necessary, but you don't want to do it unconsciously. If we were to put excessive emphasis on the marrow breathing, we would shrink our guardian qi, make our body yin. And again, sometimes you might want to do that, but not without deliberate decision. So we don't want that changing the body's yin-yang balance to happen accidentally. We want to manipulate it when we have intention and the knowledge of what we're doing.
Roger,
Yes.
could you move forward so we can still see your body, but we're losing our hearing?
Okay.
Keep going. Okay, good. Thank you. See if I can hear you better now.
Okay. Now, we're going to hopefully continue the skin and marrow breathing while we go through the movements of the Taiji-qigong coiling set. So we'll drop our hands and arms to our sides. We inhale, abdomen in, perineum up, drawing the qi into the bone marrow. We exhale, lengthen the arms, relax the arms and open up the joints. Turn the palms to the rear and to the sides. And as far as you comfortably can, emphasizing thumb and little finger to accentuate the twist. Inhale, return to the starting position, draw the qi into your bone marrow. Exhale, lead the qi out beyond your skin, lengthen and relax your joints, turn the palms to the rear and to the sides. In and out. Lengthen and twist. In and out. This movement's called the white crane relaxes its wings. In and out. In and out. And we'll do one more. In and out. Now, as we inhale, we'll lift the hands up to shoulder height. And as we exhale, extend forward, lengthen, open up the joints and twist, emphasizing thumb and little finger. Inhale. Exhale. Let the arms relax for a moment, then repeat in, out. Lengthen and twist. In and out. Okay, I've got somebody in the waiting room. Continue. In and out. In and out. This movement is called drill forward and pull back. In, out, in, and out. In, out, in, out. One more. In, out, in, out. Now the next movement. Lift up your left hand, in, out, twist both hands, in, now change the right hand and the left hand, out, lengthen and twist, both hands, in, out, in, out. And maybe I should show you side. In, out, in, out. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. One more round. In, out, in, out. Now bring the outer hand in and down. Next movement. Oh, that was turn yin and yang in front of the body. Left, right, yin, left, right, yin and yang. That's the movement. So in, turn the palms down and out. No twisting on this one. It's a chance to renew your concentration on the skin and marrow breathing. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Next movement. Large bear circles the moon. In. Out. Lengthen and twist. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Let me show you the side view. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Next movement. In. Out. In. Out. This living Buddha holds up the heavens. In. Out. 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 One more. In. Out. In. Out. Next movement. In. Out. Lengthen and twist both hands. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. This you know, white crane spreads wings. Out. in and out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And one more round. In, out, in, out. Now thread the top hand behind your back. In, out, 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 in, out. In. Pay attention to how my left hand does that behind the back, not my right hand. My right arm is too tight to do it properly. In, out, in, out. So this is the golden rooster twists its wings. So next movement, in, out. Raise your, well, if you're raising your right hand, turn to your left. And if you're raising your left hand, turn to your right. So in, out, in, out. So if your right hand is up, you're turning to your left. If your left hand is up, you're turning to your right. In, out, in, out. And knees stay straight ahead. Even with your knees straight ahead, you can still twist down into your feet. There's a twist go all the way down into my feet, even though my knees are not turning. So what I don't want to do, and what you don't want to do, is this. Keep the feet flat on the floor and the knees pointing straight ahead. In, out, in, out, in. Oh, this is turn the head to look at the moon. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out. One more round. In, out, in, out. Now, I'm going to widen my stance to wider than shoulder width. And I'm going to shift the weight and twist. Now my knee is still straight ahead. On the side that I'm shifting the weight to, the other knee's relaxed, so it can turn a little bit if it needs to. This knee needs to stay straight ahead. In, come back to center, out. Shift the weight, turn. In, out. In, out. This is large python turns its body. In and out. In and out. In and out. And in and out. In and out. In, out, in, and out. And come back to center. I'll step back in to hip width distance. Now someone wants to see the 11th movement. So, but don't do it, okay? I mean, unless your knees are in really good shape, don't do this. So, in, out. So, in, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, and okay, 2 or 3 is about my limit. I haven't done that in a while, so that's the secret 11th movement, which most people should not be doing.
You made my knees hurt just watching it.
My knees don't hurt so much as my quadriceps hurt. Yeah. Okay, so why is skin and marrow breathing and why the coiling set? Well, I did talk about why the skin and marrow breathing. So if you wanted to expand your guardian chi and improve your immunity, you would do skin breathing. Now, when it's 100 degrees outside, skin breathing is going to make your body hotter, more young, and probably not something you would want to do. But when the temperatures start to cool off, then the skin breathing becomes something you might think about as one of the ways to enhance your immunity. And there are some additional things you can do to enhance the effect of the skin breathing. So, if we wanted to do skin breathing by itself, not skin and marrow breathing, just skin breathing, we would inhale, mind just relaxed. We're not pulling in the chi, we're not doing marrow breathing. So we inhale, just relax. Exhale. Visualize expanding your chi all around you. Of course, abdomen gently out, perineum gently down. At the end of your exhalation, hold your breath for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to count out loud. I'm just doing that for show. And inhale, just relax. Don't pull your chi back in. Just relax. Exhale, abdomen gently up, perineum gently down, chi expanding all around. And hold for 5 seconds. Okay. Good. Inhale, just relax. Exhale. And there's one more device you can use to enhance the effect. That is the ha sound. So that will go like this. So inhale, we just relax. Exhale. Hold for 5 seconds. Inhale, just relax. Exhale. Perineum down, abdomen out. Hold for 5 seconds. And so on. So you could do that 10 times or experiment about how many times is enough. But yeah, you could do that 5 to 10 times, no problem. To enhance your guardian chi, to make your body more young. So, conversely, you can use the same tricks with skin breathing to cool your body down and boost your the longevity of your bone marrow. Now, you inhale, hold for 5 seconds, and then exhale, just relax. Now, the sound that you would use would not be ha, which is a yang sound. It's hing, hing, like you're crying. Okay, so that's the sound. Ooh, I recall just doing that. I got goosebumps just doing 3 sounds like that. Okay, so that will cool your body down. So it would be inhale, hang, hold, exhale, just relax. Okay, so that's how you would use the skin and marrow breathing one at a time. Now the coiling set is in the curriculum because it's good for joints. It's also very good for the sensitivity of your skin, for listening Jing, for Tai Chi, martial artists. You can probably feel your skin is so tingly now, so sensitive. That's the Qi in the surface of your skin, which makes your feeling much more sensitive. And also the Taiji-qigong Coiling set teaches Tai Chi martial artists or even Tai Chi for health persons to connect their whole body in coiling movements. So you would learn to, I'll show you front first, you would learn to do this instead of that. Not that, but this. Connect the whole body in coiling movements, okay? You know, Tai Chi is all about continuous circular movement. Coiling, spiraling, circling, rotating. That's the essence of martial Tai Chi, circular movements. Okay, so I did promise also today that we would do some Yin-Yang symbol silk reeling. So, Yin-Yang symbol silk reeling. It's like Tai Chi walking in the way. We're not going to actually walk, but we could walk with Yin-Yang symbol, but we'll stay stationary for the moment. So we're shifting weight just like a Tai Chi walking, shifting from back stance to front stance. Shifting weight, we are also turning waist. Turning waist back. Right. And The other part of the body movement is chest bow opens, chest bow closes, okay? So weight shifting, waist turning, chest opening, and chest closing, okay? Chest opening and chest closing. Now notice that we keep the palm facing in until we cross the center line, and we turn the palm out. So for Tai Chi people, this is palm turning to an, okay? So palm face in, palm turn out. And let me show you the side. So. The free hand should be alive. By alive, I mean that the free hand should not be doing this. Okay? It should be doing, well, it should be alive. If it's at the side, it should be alive and ready to go into action. Or the free hand can be used to monitor the waist turning. Now it's alive, but it's monitoring the waist turning. Or the free hand can monitor the chest opening and the chest closing, okay? But in any case, whatever you're using the free hand to do, use it to do something rather than hang dead at your side. You know what happens? Chi body is from my shoulder down my arm, the chi body's dead. So it's not good. Not good for martial arts practice, not good for health. So make that other arm alive. Okay. So that's our large circle tracing the Yin-Yang symbol. Now inside the Yin-Yang symbol, there's this S-shaped division between Yin and Yang. Kind of looks like this. And then, in order to make the Yin-Yang symbol tracing a continuous exercise, we create a mirror image of that S-shaped division between Yin and Yang. So we can complete a figure 8 inside the circle and then draw another perimeter circle of the Yin-Yang symbol, then the figure 8 inside the circle of the Yin-Yang symbol. So, large circle, figure 8. On the figure 8, for the sake of simplicity for beginners performing the symbol tracing, we just keep the weight back during the figure 8. So if the weight shifting is, weight shifts forward, weight shifts back, weight stays back, figure 8. Large circle, weight shifts forward, weight shifts back. Figure 8, weight stays back. But notice that the weight shifting is curtailed during the figure 8, but guess what? The waist turning is still there. And during the figure 8, coming up right now, chest opening even more, chest closing even more. Let me show you a side view of that. Okay, so waist turning and chest opening, chest closing are still going on in the figure 8, but the weight shifting is staying back. So large circle. Figure 8, waist turning, chest opening, chest closing, waist turning, chest closing even more, waist turning, large circle. Figure 8, waist turning, top of figure 8. Chest opening, waist is turning too. Chest closing, waist turning, chest closing even more, waist turning back. Okay? Large circle, figure 8. This is Tai Chi basic training, although, you know, we can call it Qigong too. One of the things, of course, we want to have in Qigong and Tai Chi is the whole body connected. So, when we get back to in-person Tai Chi classes and we have beginners come in, watch them when they first do this, but try not to laugh, okay? Because they'll be doing this. Yeah. And then when you see them, you realize how far you've come as somebody who's got the connection. Okay, so. And of course, the top of the figure 8 here, that's the formerly top secret Yin coil. Actually, Yin spiral. Yin spiral. Okay. So, one of the, used to be top secret in the Tai Chi training. Okay, now, if we were to let our arms hang relaxed at our sides, chances are, I can't see myself very well, but this is the arm I've been doing this symbol tracing with. It's probably about 2 inches longer than this arm. When I hang relaxed, okay, so I think we should do the other arm. So whatever arm you were just doing, switch to the other arm, and we'll do it with that arm. That way we'll even up, because it relaxes your shoulder. Primarily this is the shoulder relaxing and sinking, but probably also a bit of the shoulder opening up and the elbow and wrist opening up as well. So with the other side, large circle. And for breathing, just breathe normally. The time being. We can coordinate this with breathing, of course, but let's keep it simple as we review this. We haven't done this in a while, at least in my classes. So. Large circle, waist turning, chest opening, weight shifting forward, weight shifting back, chest closing, waist turning back, figure 8, weight stays back, waist turning, chest opening, waist turning, chest closing even more, and large circle, figure 8. So if you're doing Tai Chi for health, the primary benefit of the Yin-Yang symbol silk reeling, Yin-Yang symbol tracing silk reeling is coordinating the whole body. Teaching the body to move as one integrated unit. That makes all your everyday movements easier to do, less strain on the joints when the whole body is trained to work as an integrated unit. But in addition, there's some local benefit for the chest. The exercise to get the chi moving, help keep the organs of the chest healthy, help prevent breast cancer. Strengthening the legs with the weight shifting. Low impact bone density building. And it's, well, good exercise, not highly aerobic, but good exercise. Good for the shoulders, good for the lower back too, and hips. Large circle, figure 8. Large circle, figure 8. Large circle, figure 8. Large circle, figure 8. One more. Now you remember that the circle could be large, not excessively large. I mean, we don't want to lose our connection between shoulder and chest by going, say, this far out, but it can be large. It can be small. It can be flat. So you can vary the exercise to make it more interesting for you. It can be double. All right, so we want to leave some time for questions or comments.
Doctor, I have a quick question.
Yes.
It may be nitpicky, but where are our eyes supposed to be looking when we do the self-reeling? In the studio, when we did it, I may have been doing this wrong, but I thought my eyes should follow my hand, the moving hand. But I'm not sure that that happens.
When you're doing this with a partner, because this is, at its root, it's martial arts training. When you're doing this with a partner, your eyes are on your partner's chest. So you're seeing what your partner's up to, okay? Is your partner going to attack you, right? Or your partner going to try to lock you? So you want to watch this area. Also seeing your partner's face. The eyes do kind of follow if you're doing solo here, but they don't go down to here. If you're doing this large, the eyes, you don't want to look down. You have your hand in sight without looking down. But then when you're turning the waist, this is just like wave hands like clouds. Yeah, you follow the upper hand. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that helps. That helps.
Other questions? If you read the message today, the reminder message, I had some important information in there about reopening for in-person. So just got to work out the fee structure because it's going to be different than it was because we, for one thing, aren't going to have as many classes, at least not right away. Okay, so we'll see what the demand is for in-person classes, and then we'll see what our capability is for adding them. But we will be charging fees that we'll not be doing
pay what you can, because pay what you can doesn't work with the mortgage on the school. Okay. Although I am trying to refi it, so if I can refi it, maybe I save a couple $100 a month on that.
The studio looks beautiful.
Yeah, yes. I've got some more plants in here, and of course I got the air filter in. So yeah, I have yet to figure out what the angle is going to be for shooting the in-person classes, because I want to shoot that way, but that means the camera will be in the mirror. So I don't know how that's going to look. And of course, people need to face the mirrors when they're doing most of their exercises, to use the mirrors. So I can't shoot this way. There's no mirrors. So, we are going to require everyone to provide us an edited copy of their vaccination, just for everybody's safety. Okay, I will put mine up on the bulletin board, and everyone else's too. Do a temperature check when we come in. I have a non-contact thermometer. Anybody with over a temperature of over 100.4, I believe, will be asked not to come in. Also, of course, as you know probably from when you visit doctor's offices, for example, we'll ask you if you don't feel normally healthy, stay home. If you say, okay, I got scratchy throat. Well, I know what that's from. That's from ragweed. So yeah, but it's normal for me. But if I had something else that wasn't normal for, what my health problems are, I would stay home. And we're gonna ask everybody to wear masks all the time in the school, recommending the N95, reusable. But yeah, I want to take every precaution, because it's supposed to be a place where people come to improve their health and well-being, not where people come to catch disease. So, and we have, we've always had the sand sanitizer. I've always said sand sanitizer too. We've always had the hand sanitizer in the school for years. It's because, I picked this up in Boston. One of my friends up there who was teaching there, his wife is a nurse, he brought the hand sanitizer in, and I right away I put that in the school too, years and years ago. And we've got our air filter running, and we've got actually about the same quality we've always had for furnace filters. I've always used the best furnace filters for taking particles out of the air. And as far as touching goes, brief touching for corrections, I think is okay. For pushing hands and martial applications, I'm going to see if there are people who are willing to do that, we might make special arrangement. We will not have that as a general topic in the class for everyone. So we can set aside if there's a group that wants to do that, or have a special class for them. But otherwise, not routinely part of the instruction. So
Actually, when I finished a course of physical therapy for my knees, and when they had to have contact, because you often do, they just used gloves, and they had me put on gloves, and that worked out rather than skin contact.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we could think about that too, if people want to engage in, I say long-term contact rather than say lower your shoulder, Or I could use, the old masters, they would have a stick, the Chinese masters, and they'd hit you. I won't do that, but I could use a piece of wood, but I wouldn't hit you, but just touch you. I'm not gonna. They'd hit you hard so that you would remember. And I think it probably worked, but we don't want to resort to that. Okay. So thanks for tuning in today. Glad you stand by for messages, which I hope will be coming out soon. I will give the current students and recent students a chance, a few days to have priority in getting, just in case we have a flood of applications. Fat chance, but just in case. Then I'll open it up to new people. But I've gotten a lot of calls lately for people who say they want in-person classes in Qigong and Tai Chi. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.